All right. So Emily's out. Katie's out.
Katie said 50-50, I think.
Mo said 50-50. Katie
But Mo said he would
also
make it.
50-50.
Okay.
Mo said
Mo
he's
said,
in.
yeah.
Zach said 99-1 and then 100-0 this
What is
morning.
I wasn't sure what that meant.
Okay, I was definitely thrown off by that, right?
As much of an ally as I am, I couldn't understand it. So
the math wasn't mathing on that one because I figured it. I thought it was 100/0 at first, like a fraction.
Yeah,
which it doesn't matter because that's infinity.
Right.
Anything over 0 is infinity. But then I figured out that he had moved his sliders on his percentages, and so that's what was happening. Was that now he was 99% and now he's 100%. Not 100/0.
Right, because 100/0, I was just like, I was told you can't put the 0 at the bottom of a fraction.
I was told.
What's happening?
We're talking about
your cryptic math.
It's not
San Diego State dropout Zach Harper throwing numbers around in the chat.
It wasn't an equation.
I know. We figured it out. But the math wasn't mathing at 8 a.m.
It wasn't math.
It is. Numbers are math. I hate to break it to you.
That is such a stupid thing to say.
Numbers are math is a stupid thing to say?
Math is math. If you add the numbers, they're math. If you subtract,
how do you get a number?
Multiplier, divide the numbers are symbols. Numbers are symbols, just like letters are symbols.
Characters.
See, here's the thing: is you stop dead in your tracks there because I
no, because I'm trying to do 5 things at once, Zach. Because I got another podcast over here that you're throwing fucking bullshit at me.
You know exactly that you got.
I like the circles, but I don't like the circles now because now the circles are fucking weird.
Pwned.
Okay, first
we're
of all,
off to a spicy start.
You're going over here. Ian is going over here. Shut the fuck up.
You think one person's going to stop this alliance?
Numbers are math. What is 5 if it's not
a symbol?
Math?
A symbol.
A symbol for what?
For 5 things.
For 5.
Yes.
How do you know how many things are 5 things? You count them.
5.
You dumb fuck.
No. 5 is a symbol. Now, if you count the 5 things or you add 3 things to 2 things, that's math.
So Prince changed his name to a fucking number? No. The symbol.
What do you think? What do you think letters are?
Representations of characters.
Oh, representations. What do you think numbers are? Representations of
math,
volume or amount
incarnate.
No, it's the same fucking thing. It's language. They're both language and representations. That's so. Oh my god! Like dog, you're being so dumb.
That's a no for me, dog.
This is so dumb. They're both symbols and representations.
Okay, so what did your symbols and representations in the text message mean?
100% to 0%. Just like
go.
If someone said I'm 50-50, it would be 50-50. Someone said 50-50.
Oh,
I said
I
I'm
get
99 to 1 that I'm not going to be there. Then I said I'm 100 to 1 that I'm going to be there.
I get it now.
We got there. Mm-hmm. But that was only after going back to your previous 99 to 1 yesterday. Because when you said
which was playing off of somebody else's
50-50.
Yes.
Mm.
Well, like I'm saying, the math wasn't mathing.
Well, it wasn't division. So there was no math.
The symbols weren't symboling this morning.
They sure were. You just got to use your little brain. That little art school you went to? You know, when you were busy learning French?
What the fuck do you think I did in school?
Let me parlez-vous français in high school instead of learning basic math.
You don't know shit about my life. You got that so wrong.
I don't know, man. I went to a good
art school and then French high school. All of that's wrong.
I went to a good high school, so I don't know what to tell you.
It didn't work out.
It didn't? I don't know.
No.
I'm a lead voice for the New York Times basketball coverage, my dream job. Yeah, it didn't work out at all.
It definitely wasn't because of your education.
It wasn't?
No.
It wasn't learning how to write?
No.
Oh, okay. Got it. You know how many dumb
What's
fucks
up?
can't write in this business?
What's up, Mo?
Call him out. Name
I'm one
names.
of them. I'm one of them. I love that he says that, and then you go right to "What's up, Mo?"
We started with a lot of hostility. Mo, what are numbers?
I mean, they're numbers or numerical values. I don't know. I'm
It's
too
not a
tired
trick
for this.
question.
Just say,
Feels
answer
like it
what
is.
you think.
It feels like it is.
Maze says numbers are math. I say numbers are symbols.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably more. Sorry, Mace, I'm more with Zach. It's probably more
Okay.
symbols. We could, if we associated letters with numerical values, that'd be the math.
Oh, like Roman
And they wouldn't be
numerals?
like, there we go, right off the bat. Sorry,
Those are math.
I'm gonna go back.
They're symbols.
All right. Well,
Off to a great start.
we're firing. We're firing. on
Mo
all
was late.
cylinders.
Mo was late for the record.
I've done.
What math are you doing for Super Bowl X? What's the math you're doing there?
Counting to 10.
Why are you counting to 10? It's just a symbol for 10.
How do I know what 10 is?
Because it's a symbol. Because it's been burned into your brain.
Okay. So you don't get to 10 without counting to 10, which is math. You don't know what 10 is unless you can count to 10.
10 is an assigned value. It's an
10
assigned
is an
arbitrary
definition of
Actually-
like, oh, well, it's 10.
Actually, if you start like kind of breaking it down,
All right, Terrence Howard.
time is
It's
an
been lovely
arbitrary
chatting with
value.
you today. Did you hear that he solved the 3 body problem this week? That's his Terrence Howard update.
No,
Terrence
don't-
Howard is
no.
so deep in like I'm still doing my own teriology math. Shit.
I've been doing
That's
nothing but
amazing.
watching Ashton Hall reaction videos this week.
Who's that?
Oh, you don't know who Ashton Hall is?
No.
Oh my god,
Neither do I.
he is this.
I know who Ashton Hall is, but I don't think Mo does. So
Not even
he
close.
is this like he was like
Oh,
like
okay.
a-
I saw this
like a
guy's
running
video.
back for an HBCU who has become like a fitness influencer who is like this fake grifter businessman now who pretends to have this like unbelievable rich, elegant, extravagant life. And so he does this like, here's a day in the life. Wake up at 3:52 a.m. Everything is based around
the whole
the
morning
Saratoga
routine
bottle of water, pours it, has it in like an ice bowl or whatever, dips his face in it like every hour. So he had this video, and it's so fucking dumb, and people are just
Yeah.
reacting to it, and so like it's from like 3 to like 10 a.m. But the people are like, okay, so he woke up at 3:52, but the first 6 hours of his day are just bullshit. Like he didn't do anything. Like he hasn't accomplished anything. He's
it's
on
not
like fake
the
calls.
Mark Wahlberg where he's like
Yeah.
done like 5 workouts and
Right.
like
He
showered
does, like-
and meal prep for the day.
Yeah, he does like 10 push-ups. He maybe ran on the treadmill for 40 minutes. He has a fake business meeting on a Zoom where he goes, the clip is literally, he goes, so I just think it should be like, we got to get 10,000. That's it. Like, it's just like, he's clearly not
That's
talking
business.
to anybody.
It's
And
just
that's
like
math.
business buzzwords.
That's
I
business.
love it. 10,000. 10,000. What?
We
You
really
don't
know.
have to
Yeah.
optimize
Don't worry
that
about it.
10,000 for
There's a-
Q3.
There's a
Like-
moment, there's an edit where it shows him jumping into the pool and he jumps. It's 7:36 a.m. When he jumps, he's in the air, and then all of a sudden the time changes to 7:40 a.m. just while he's in the air, and he splashes into the pool. And people are like, he was in there for 4 minutes?
24 with Ashton Hall.
So fucking funny, and people are just roasting it. I've been watching it all week. It's been my entire week.
We're gonna watch it.
It's so funny.
It's been your entire week. Well, that's not
My
true, 'cause
entire
this
week.
is-
It's just
it's my
my
fourth
TikTok
podcast with you
algorithm.
in 24 hours.
My TikTok algorithm has been nothing but that, and then just God, I've got to get away from these fucking trading card people.
Oh,
God, I hate
man.
them. I hate them. I hate them so much. Oh,
You want
oh, it's an Obsidian. Ashton Hall. Great
You
Oh,
want
10.
box.
I thought you meant
Bullet
Pokemon
Blast.
cards.
Doesn't mean anything. they'll be like, "Oh shit, we got a Kobe White Prism jack-off card or whatever." Like, it's like, what? They act like every little
Those
card
are rare,
because
though.
it's got like
Those are rare.
a hologram on it. They're like, this is a 1 of 1. I'm like, no one cares. Yeah, this is it. Oh yeah, he's got tape over his mouth all the time.
I'm sorry. Kobe White prison jack-off card?
Prism.
Prism. Oh.
Prism. Yeah, everything's a
much
prism.
I
better
did
than
no,
prison.
Mace. I heard the same thing you heard. Because that was my. I was like, well,
Then we're keeping it. Then we're keeping it the way me and Mo heard it. Is how we're doing it.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like,
Understanding is in the ear of the beholder. That's just an Amin El Hassan edition. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Eden, have you heard Amin's theory on this?
No.
Oh
Then
god.
that's-
No. Eden doesn't need to know
Trying to
about
protect
this.
her now.
Yes, I'm always trying to
Ally.
protect Eden.
Thank you.
He doesn't need to know this.
All right.
Don't
don't
put it in
know
the
this.
chat. Nothing. Come on.
Don't put it in the chat. Everyone,
This is
everyone,
nonsense.
censor everyone. Okay, so the mouth tape shit
All constant.
is the fakest
So
influencer
fake.
thing.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So much so.
Oh, it's
So
so
they
dumb.
breathe through their
And the little
nose.
breathe right. He always puts the little breathe right on.
Well, he's breathing real good, so he can wake up at 3:52.
Yeah. Everything is based around these Saratoga bottles of water, which are like $2.
And is it like is it sparkling water? He's like
Yes.
rinsing his teeth with sparkling water?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Opens a
2
journal.
minutes.
First page
So
of the
we're
journal.
gonna be
That's page
serious
1.
about the Lord's business.
Wait, hold on.
Another
So
face
we
dunk.
just lost a bunch of time right there.
A lot of time. Well, he's probably
Like,
meditating
yeah.
for a while. He's listening to
Oh.
He's
his
watching
podcast.
he's watching videos for 35 minutes.
That's it, buddy.
And he only
That's on my
journaled for
level.
like 12?
I did it for like 2 hours last night.
That's
That-
longer
that's-
than he's
that's
done
better.
anything, though.
Well, he's only on the first page of the journal, so you got to start slow with journaling.
Hmm.
He's the LeBron of journaling.
It's funny, like I don't know who these guys are, but yes, absolutely. Well, that's when I noticed it because I had watched this video a couple of times and some reactions, and I think it's called. I think these guys are like Zayas and Blue or something like that. I'm sure I'm fucking up their names or whatever, but they're streamers, I guess, and they were making fun of this, and they pointed. They're like, he's on the first page of the journal. He got that idea to journal last night. Bought that
He
bitch. And was
just
like, this is a good
started
idea. Like,
Yeah.
it's all I noticed the rest of the time.
What was that? He
What do you
slid
mean?
a book over and then
And then
It was the
walked
journal.
away.
hair up and then walked away.
I'm telling you, man, this dude is so fucking corny. It's great. Like, congratulations, you're an amazing spirit, but at what cost? This is your personality?
I'd rather be fat.
Oh my god!
Worthy.
Got all your jewelry to go work out.
He is taking
It's
a
the
lot
aura-
of time
it's the-
right now.
or a ring.
Keep along. Ran for maybe 25 minutes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or
There it
yeah,
was.
go back. It
Not a
737,
great-
740. One jump.
Not a great drive. Not a great dive either.
No, it's like a. Well, this is a bad reference now, but it's like a P Diddy dive, like 100%.
But it's like a halfway dive, halfway belly flop.
Yeah.
Like
It's a horrible dive. Look at that. 736, 740. Dog, this has been my entire week. Outside of the movie we did, this is my entire week.
Might as well be the movie we did.
I know.
I like the dude walking by with the little Zamboni.
Yeah. Yes. And then you gotta obviously wipe the banana peel on your face. Oh wait, this is great. This is my favorite part.
So that's
What?
okay. Yeah, okay.
Eat a banana, then wipe the peel on your face. I'm sure there's, I don't know, potassium that your skin needs.
I don't know that that's how it's absorbed. but-
That's not how that's
Is it-
absorbed. Oh, okay.
Took him
Hashtag
8
water
minutes
sign.
to towel off.
Uh,
What? Yeah, 1 minute to towel off.
8 minutes.
Oh, 8 minutes.
So looking at it, bro,
Again?
we got to go ahead and get in at least
Hold
10,000.
on. Go back. When he ducks his face. First off, when the assistant hands him the thing, no towel.
No towel. No.
Look
None.
at those nails.
I know those nails are dope. No towel. And then,
So looking at it, bro, we got to go ahead and get in at least 10,000.
of course, at least 10,000.
Thank you.
Syrup on everything? What is?
I think
can't-
that's hot
Hot
sauce.
sauce.
Yeah, that
is
looks
my
like
Yeah.
hot honey. Hot honey.
Yeah,
Hot
or
honey.
hot
honey.
honey. Yeah,
Okay.
and then of course the $2 Saratoga bottle.
Wow.
It's all for this like spot. Like I'm assuming he's
Sponsorship,
sponsored
yeah.
by Saratoga.
He's
But
got.
it's like I mean, it's like $2. Like it's not like Fiji water's way more expensive than that. I do a Sentient. That's like
Salamander.
$4. Like it's
Doing math in that Zoom call. No, he was doing symbols. Iron Salamander.
he counted all the way to 10,000 to get that
Yep.
that deal done.
Well, how do you know what 10,000 is without counting?
He definitely doesn't know what 10,000 is. How
No, he
about that?
doesn't. You got to do at least
You know
that.
what? You know, it's just a symbol to him. It's not a number.
is.
It's just
It
a symbol
is.
to him.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Welcome to the Friday mailbag. It's
Oh,
Friday.
Hold on, I gotta go dunk my face in ice water. Be right
Yeah,
back.
We should all do
We all-
it.
well, we all
Sparkling ice water. Do y'all think LaCroix will cut it for the dunking your face in the ice
No.
water? Or
No,
the...
no. That's
No,
you're
no,
getting
that'd
too
be
many
Saratoga.
flavors.
But what if
Yeah.
it's
And the
banana
10K.
flavored?
Ooh, now you're combining steps. Now you got to
Oh,
shorten
now
more.
you're you don't have to use.
No,
the
but you
thing,
need
you're-
the peel,
you're
I
efficient.
think.
I think you're right. It was I tried, I was trying to be efficient and combine some steps, but I don't know if that's gonna cut it.
Talk about a facial peel, says LT Smash. Oh boy. Well, that was something. We have the studio to talk about, Zach, because you watched that.
Oh, that
we got
is a
some,
good
we got
show.
some White Lotus to talk about, perhaps,
caught
but
up on
more
that
in the
too.
guise of some questions that were asked. So let's start with this White Lotus one. We got a Fled asks, would you stay at a hotel where someone has been murdered? If you need more parameters, the murder wasn't in a guest room. It was just on the property, and it was on the news within the past year. It's not some legend from a long time ago that people talk about.
I've stayed at a haunted one where someone was murdered in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
So I think this is in. I thought it was in
that was like
relation to
back in
White
the 40s
Lotus
or something like that.
because the thing about the White Lotus is that it's a chain where now two guests, well, actually a concierge and then a guest have been murdered at
Oh, in
this
the past
hotel.
2 seasons?
In the
is
past
that-
2 seasons.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
there's almost certainly more murder coming this season, but it's like
It would definitely be a thing where it's like I'm telling Zach, "Hey Zach, Jamie and I are going on this vacation. We're staying at the White Lotus," and I could see Zach
I'm like,
going
yo, hold on.
"Weren't
Don't
there
say at the White
two-"
Lotus. There've been people murdered
Like,
there like recently.
Yeah, you sure? And then that's when I turned to him going like, "Yeah, but we got a great rate."
I'm like, I don't think any rate's great. And he's like, it's like a villa for like $400 a night. Oh yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be good.
I got my own pool. I have a
Yeah.
butler, a masseuse. I got the whole thing.
There's this Russian guy trying to fuck me. Like, it's great.
It's weird, but okay.
he says the question is because I realized for my hotel this weekend is where the healthcare CEO got murdered.
Yeah, but he got murdered on the street.
Right. Like it wasn't in the hotel, like in a
Yeah.
room. It wasn't in the lobby. Like
Like
I
when-
feel like in those situations, the ghost is not like tied to the property if it was outside of it, right? Like on the sidewalk.
When does the ghost show up?
Isn't it a little early for that? Like
It's a
They're,
it feels
they're
a
yeah.
capricious, Zach.
early.
They're capricious.
Right.
So whenever they
Well,
want.
It's when they want. I think it's more along like just think about how wronged does the ghost feel, right?
But should
Like,
the
and-
ghost
and
feel
this-
wrong then in this
I
situation?
mean, you're a healthcare CEO. Like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's my point, right?
Yeah.
Like, so in some cases, you don't get to be a ghost. You don't.
Yeah.
You're not the aggrieved party. Like, in
If
some of
anything,
those
shouldn't you
cases-
be haunting United? Right?
right? The next
Maybe
CEO
like
should
you're
be
in the
having
office. Yeah.
Whoever
But
is
can you
taking
haunt
the
a place
job.
where you weren't killed?
I think so. Listen, I'm gonna base my stuff off the movie Ghost, and Patrick Swayze was able
Oh,
to
he got
move
to
all
kind
over
of
the
go
place.
wherever he wanted.
He
Yeah.
went-
Because you can
went
haunt
wherever he went.
people, right?
You know,
Too?
he followed people.
Yeah.
He messed. You know, he solved his murder essentially.
Yeah, I mean, he
Right,
was on the
is the-
subway.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I mean,
Huh?
God.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Ghost by now, I'm sorry. They're about
You
to
haven't gotten to it in the last
spoiler
34
studio.
years.
Right. I mean, the main actor has actually died. Like-
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
That was real life. There is no spoiler.
What if you haven't caught up on the news yet?
You have them all recorded.
News
All right,
today.
I'm gonna go
I'm
to-
only on 97.
Yeah.
He doesn't include that, so you can't get there.
But again, he gets to roam around, but it goes back to this. He was wronged, right? He was murdered in a way where it was he was a good person and he was murdered and probably shouldn't have been taken the way he was. So then he gets to avenge himself.
We're back
Other
to
people?
Swayze. We're back to Swayze.
Other people, not so
yeah,
much.
it took a
I saw
second. Yeah.
Ian's look. Yeah, I was
Sorry,
just like,
thank you,
we're back to
thank you, thank
Swayze
you.
in Ghost. Yeah,
It goes. But yeah, so this guy, we don't know what kind of guy he was. Might not get a chance to get to avenge himself or whatnot.
Hmm.
So would you stay at the hotel?
I'd like. I
Yes.
would. No,
Yeah, I would.
It's a good rate.
I don't
I
think.
literally would.
I mean,
I'd ask.
can't-
Like if it was the same room, I'd be like, can I get a different room?
Yeah,
wouldn't wanna be in that
wouldn't want the
room.
room. I wouldn't want the
Sure.
room.
I'd take the room next door or across the hall. I'd be
I
like,
can't
that's
see
fine.
murder affecting my hotel choice. Like, I guess if there's a place where it's pretty easy to get another hotel,
Right.
sure, maybe I would consider that.
Like, 'cause
But-
like in OKC, there's like 2 hotels, right?
Right.
Right.
So it's like you
Why,
have to
which
be
is
in
why
the haunted
every
hotel.
NBA player has to talk about the haunted hotel.
Yeah, you have to.
But in terms of like, what if it was a house? Because that's a big thing, right? That's a trope in TV and movies is like you're
Yeah.
selling a house, you're a realtor,
time.
but it's a murder house, so you have to lie
have
to
to disclose
people and
that.
convince them that it's not a murder house.
No, but don't you have to legally disclose
Now you have
that?
to
Or is that
disclose it, but like
Okay.
in shows, it's like
Also, is that
somebody finds out the
universal
deal's
or
done.
like in
or
like
is that by
specific
like
states?
state? Yeah, that's a good question because I feel like
Curious.
I feel
Like
like some states are not going to.
I'm listening. I'm listening to the AFE where they're doing Tall Tales, and the one that came up was like you can't turn the dome light in the car on when you're
Yeah.
driving, like that Tall Tale where people are like, oh, it's illegal. Like that was like what you heard as a kid.
Oh
right?
yeah, I remember that. You
Yeah,
were
like
supposed
that
to
Tall
turn.
Tale.
Yeah.
And now I'm wondering, like, maybe it's not illegal in some states to not disclose a murder in a home when you're trying to sell it. Like, there's
But I think
no
if
way.
you ask, they have to tell you the truth.
There's absolutely no way Missouri is like, yeah, that we have to do that, or
Yeah.
Mississippi.
Or
is like,
Arkansas, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
there's
or
no
Arkansas.
way
Like,
Arkansas
Arkansas
is
does
like
not
that.
have that rule.
I was trying
No,
not
you-
to mention
you
Arkansas was
wouldn't
the
be
first one
able
that
to-
came to mind, but I didn't want to like.
Yeah,
throw
I
it
said
in
it.
the
You
state
wouldn't
of
be able to
Ally.
buy a house, guys. I mean, there would be, you know.
you guys are surprised. You guys would be surprised. Those things jumped the docket. They left over a lot of more pressing issues to say you have to disclose that it's a murder house in Arkansas.
Yeah. It wasn't
Those
until
are their
'94, I
priorities.
believe, that Mississippi ratified ending slavery.
Right, but they had already
Yeah.
And it was
done the
a
murder
close
house
Oh.
vote,
thing.
wasn't it? I
Right, but they
believe it
done the
was a
murder
close
house thing.
vote.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Naturally.
It's a very powerful
Priorities.
realtor
1994.
lobby. in
Just for everyone in the chat.
1994.
1994, not 1894.
I thought
Yeah.
you meant 1894.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
And the way that you can tell the difference between those 2 years is because of math. But moving on,
Well, time.
I would want a murder house discount.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would take like, I mean, depending on how much the house is, like $100,000 off asking price,
But
200,000 off asking price.
How bad does the murder have to be for you to say absolutely not?
Right. Like,
Let's say
was it
let's say it's-
manslaughter? Was it
say it's a
manslaughter?
nice
Was
house.
it a murder suicide? Like,
Say it's a nice house in a nice area that you would want. Objectively, you would want this house. How bad does the murder have to be? Does it have to be someone went crazy and like killed their family? Is that where you're drawing the line? Is
I
it like
mean-
somebody targeted this house?
I mean, a horrible thing just came to mind. I was
uh-oh.
going to say
Oh,
fewer than 2 children. And I'm good. One child is awful, but I could come to terms with it. 2 children, all right. Now we're like, that's a lot. Now we're getting into a lot. But fewer
It
than
actually-
2, I'm good. I'll
This
buy it.
actually this reminds me because one of the houses next door to us when I was a kid actually had a murder. Like when I was a kid, like this happened Like,
Yeah.
this,
When I
this
was
guy
a
would.
kid, there was
No,
a
like-
dad who killed his wife and committed suicide in like on my block.
Oh,
Right. So, like, next door, we're having a party, by the way, that night.
Oh.
And next door, this guy, the son goes crazy, hits his dad, or I think his uncle, with a baseball bat. I think tried to, and like, might have killed his either his uncle or dad died. And one of the others came running into our house screaming for a phone. And then there was like a standoff with the police.
During
They
a
eventually
party?
moved. We had a party at our house, of course, and we rarely eat it. My mother rarely threw a party,
And
Like,
never again.
Rarely. I don't actually think we did. That's
I
not true.
would-
We threw a few more after, but like
I
a
mean,
long
it would
time after.
it would definitely be like a big
But-
hold up to throwing another party.
But I do remember.
Wouldn't you have to know
sell the
though?
house.
Every time we throw a party, a murder
They
happens.
sold the
I would
house?
have to know.
They did sell the house. It'd be curious if somebody died every time we threw a party. It would be weird. But they did
Be
sell
the
the
new
house.
White Lotus.
New neighbors. It
Yep.
would be the White Lotus. So I guess
Mike
to
White
answer your
would
question,
be writing most mom's parties.
Like if
I
it's a
would-
$1 million home, I want a minimum of 150 off. Now, obviously, that sounds crazy to people like in
For
LA.
murder.
Like you're not really getting a
You're
home under
still-
$1 million.
you're still-
Yeah.
So like I need
I've looked.
150,000 off. Yeah.
I've looked.
I need at least 150 off, and that's just like basic murder discount. We're talking
basic.
we're
murder.
Without the
talking
details.
family involved. You're gonna bump that up to 250.
Yeah, yeah,
would-
because
it
it's
w- it
darker
would-
in that
Yeah.
situation.
Mhm.
Yeah, it would depend, as Eden said, like how dark was the murder. If
Because
this
right,
was a
like, what if
person
it
that
was
kept somebody
manslaughter?
locked
Like
up,
manslaughter is different.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Accidental
Yeah.
gun going off, and
Yeah, like
killing
cleaning
somebody
a
is
gun
one thing.
situation. Like,
Ooh.
Or you had a situation where the exact opposite, where it's like somebody's keeping somebody trapped in the basement.
I was
Oh,
just
and
gonna
then
say because I recently
I'm
read a
out.
book
You-
about
no.
like
I want half off in that case.
kidnapping.
Nope,
you
I'm
know?
out, because that person that's in the I ain't ever going in that basement.
Like
I
if
mean,
someone
just
was imprisoned
use it
in
for
that house
storage.
for decades or something.
Nope, that's
like,
how horror movies start, Zach.
Nah, you use it for storage, man.
I
I'm
know.
getting half off a house.
I think it's Broad City where Amy Sedaris is the realtor.
Yeah,
And they're looking at apartments and they go to this place and she's like, this place is great. Like really thick cement walls. She's like pounding on it. Can't hear anything. Like you can do whatever you want in here.
it's like there's
Cleaning up a
actually bodies
bloodstain.
in the cement walls. I've seen that movie also.
Oh, Suburbia or Disturbia. What was it?
Yeah.
Disturbia.
yeah.
Close enough.
The fuck that, whatever that's the Shia LaBeouf movie.
The Shia LaBeouf movie.
Oh man, that's a good movie. I wish that qualified for
Yeah,
Cinephobe.
that one's
That's a
just
fun
slightly
movie.
too good for Cinephobe. I
Yeah.
like that movie a lot.
I've seen that movie probably 20 times.
I might have to rewatch it this weekend.
I used to watch it all the time.
But Murder
Oh.
Hotel, White Lotus. I mean, I think the White Lotus, I think with the internet, we are getting to the point where 2 is suspicious, especially if they're in a relatively close amount of time. Depending on how crazy this third one gets and how many people are murdered and
Yeah.
how wild it goes down, they're pretty close to getting blacklisted, and it's gonna be weird if they keep doing more and more
but then-
seasons and no one acknowledges that people keep dying at these hotels.
But also the deals they would have to give to get
That's what
people
I'm
in.
saying.
I would absolutely. It's like the whole thing of like, oh, they reopened Jurassic Park or Jurassic World after the attacks have happened. Would you go? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And like how many people have stayed there already between now and when it
Exactly.
happened?
It's such a small percentage of people who actually die there.
Yeah.
It's your time to go. If you end up being one of those people, it's your time to go.
Could be fate. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, hell of a way to go. T-Rex ate me.
At the White Lotus?
If it happened at the White Lotus Jurassic Park,
Hell of a way to go.
I drifted.
That
They
is
opened
a
up a
plot
White
twist I
Lotus
did not see coming.
They open up a White Lotus at Jurassic Park.
The park,
Now you're
yeah,
playing with
like-
fire. Now that's
Now-
Ooh, I would watch that. I would watch that for sure. I would watch that week to week.
and
It's
most
the
family has a
crossover
party
event
next
we did.
door. It's a real
Yeah.
tough one. Yeah.
You should be scared.
I am now intrigued. What if it's like season 5 of the White Lotus and we get into an only murders in the building type situation where now like a murder podcast shows up at the White Lotus, suspicious of thinking that there will be a crime.
I'm okay with this existing in a world where like
The
Yelp
rich don't give a fuck.
Where like Yelp reviews don't like run this thing. Like the internet stuff isn't like ruining their business. It's just like these are decadent, you know?
It is.
It's a decadent place to stay.
Thailand, Italy, and Hawaii.
Yeah, like, and I'm okay because I see what you're saying. Like, there is a point where you'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck? This chain is." Like,
I just need one character. I need one character.
You're like, "Are you sure we
be a little
should stay
suspicious?"
here?" So like, it was a great deal. I'm like, okay, and then it's acknowledged, and you're like, "All right, well, let's get on with the season."
But Maze, that is a perfect like a murder mystery podcast person. Being a character in the next season.
Just merge the two shows.
Kind of actually
Steve
make
Martin
sense.
and Martin Short there.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm in. Let Mike write that. I'm into it. That's a good That's a good TV crossover.
That's a great
right
crossover.
there.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
But because like in that show, the gimmick is that literally every season somebody dies in the building, and it's like an old New York apartment building. I think I think season 3 the person died outside the building, but then there's another death in the building.
Who died
So
in
like
season 3? I don't remember anymore.
No. It's she dies in the building. Season 3.
Oh,
wasn't
so
the
sorry.
actor guy that
It's
died?
Paul Rudd,
Yeah,
but he's not
okay.
dead. So that's what it
Oh,
was.
that's
It
right.
was
He
that
comes back to life. Yeah.
He
Okay.
collapses and then he wakes up and then they kill him in the building.
Right.
But
Okay.
that was
Spoiler
season
alert.
2. Season 3,
Spoiler alert.
somebody else. It's kind of crazy. You know, it's a fun show, murder mystery show. Is actually The Residence on Netflix.
Yeah,
I haven't gotten into that yet.
Oh,
I haven't
that's
gotten
new,
into
right?
that.
It's a Shonda Rhimes one. It's new. It just popped. It's fun. It's actually so it's better than the other shit that she's.
What
done.
a bar to clear.
Yeah.
What a high bar to clear.
Different vibe.
For a couple years, you just sneak a good one in there. That's how
It's
works.
a different vibe, but this was a fun one because it's like murder in the White House, and it's really just a comedy in that sense. It's like a combination of Clue and Knives Out. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
All right. Paul Bowl, continuing this White Lotus section, says, give me 4 characters from all 3 seasons of the White Lotus that you'd want to holiday with.
I do not remember any of the other season characters other than Jennifer Coolidge and Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
So
both
those
of them.
two.
Jennifer
two.
Coolidge was so good.
Oh my gosh, she was great. And then,
hilarious.
and then I'm in love with Aubrey Plaza forever. So obviously I'd want to be with her, even though she seemed like a real bitch in that show. Her character was a real bitch. And that kind of does it for me sometimes. So I'm into that.
They overemphasize that in the beginning. But I also kind of agree with her the most out of everybody in that season because she's like, these 2 people are fucking fake and I don't buy it. And they're scamming us.
Right.
And so she was 100% right.
Oh, she was right. Yeah, no. But she was just also like, she was miserable.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely overplayed it. Like, she's such a Debbie Downer in the first episode.
Yeah. Who else was on the...
All right, so season 1 is Steve Zahn, Connie Britton.
I don't remember them at all.
And Sydney Sweeney, the daughter, the son who wants to jack
Sydney
off.
Sweeney was in the first one?
Yeah, I know. It's been a while.
I don't remember that at all.
She was
Sydney
the pill-popping daughter with the other girl.
And her friend are the college girls that were based on the Red Scare podcast. And then
I didn't realize
dude, it's still not ringing a bell.
And then it's Jake Lacey and Alexander Daddario are the newlyweds.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I remember that.
And then
I would definitely want to vacation with her.
Zach's trying to pick.
I'm doing a different podcast now. I'm
doing Daddario, fucking Lucia from season 2, Jacqueline from.
They can all be mean to me too. I don't care.
And Aubrey Plaza. So I'm taking Armand from season 1 for sure. I'm taking the concierge from season 1.
Wait, which one's Armand?
He's
the guy that died.
He's Murray Bartlett. He's the concierge who like spins out and falls off the wagon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like him.
So I'm going him for sure. And then season 2 is like Michael Imperioli and F. Murray Abraham and their son as the 3 Italians. Then it's Aubrey Plaza and her husband and Theo James and his wife.
Yeah.
I don't really want any of them. Maybe Aubrey
No,
Plaza.
Aubrey for sure.
I don't really want. You know what? I'm taking the gay murderer.
Aubrey for sure.
I'm taking.
Just the way you said
I'm taking Tom Hollander and his gay entourage. Like those guys know how to have fun. He did try to.
They
commit
were
a
fun.
murder.
Yeah, they were fun.
They were
yeah.
partying. They have a villa. They have a yacht.
Yeah.
They're getting down. I don't think I've seen it yet, but I probably would take Goggins from this season.
He doesn't seem like a good hang in this one, man.
like
I don't
somebody you
know.
wanna
What about
like-
Sam Rockwell? Pre-sobriety.
Pre-sobriety,
like it
I
would
want to hang
give-
with her.
It would get
Weird.
maybe like the first hour of the night, maybe.
It would get
seems
to
like
the
it's
point where
getting-
it's like, how do we lose this guy? He's a little too
for
much.
sure.
How do we
For
lose
sure.
this guy?
3 drinks, cool. After that, we got to ditch him.
It's like, yeah, we'll meet you at the club. We'll meet you at the club.
Yeah.
I'll see you there,
we're on our
yeah.
way. I just got to get something from the room. And then
Yeah, no, we'll meet you. We're going to the club. That's what we'll do. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going Armand. I'm going Tom Hollander. So I got 2 gay dudes, and then I'm picking. I'm gonna pick Carrie Coon from this season, Lori from the 3 ladies. She's my favorite.
Is she
The
the
lawyer.
yeah. She's fun.
I'm taking her, and then probably Lucia or Mia from
I'm
the
going-
Italy season.
Coolidge, Daddario, Plaza, Armand. That's
Yeah.
a fun. That's a fun
That's a
group.
that's a strong. That's a good crew.
That's a
That's a
strong
good crew.
group right there.
Coolidge.
Coolidge is paying
Coolidge
for
is the
everything.
tough one though.
Nah,
Coolidge is
man,
the
she's
tough
paying
one
for everything.
because
Yeah.
Bow out early in the night.
she can fucking
and-
fly off the handle.
But her and Armand, I
Again,
think, would
But in
hit
an
it off. I
entertaining
think the
way.
two of
In
them
an
I'm
would
cool
be-
with
entertaining
it.
way.
I think her and Armand would kind of like get along in a way where it would work out, and
And
he'd
and
kind
then
of
it's just
keep
me
it a
trying to
little
sell myself to one of the other 2.
bit- Who wants me?
If you want to go the absolute worst combination,
Oh,
it's
Oh, I
Jake
mean-
Lacey from season 1,
100% the
Roderick,
worst.
his boy husband, Saxon from Thailand,
It's not even close.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
That's the older brother.
just the
Yeah.
older brother.
Yeah.
Probably who else is the worst?
I mean
Theo
the
James.
Coolidge's guy, right? The guy who's now in season 3.
Greg.
The husband.
Greg, yes.
Craig. Yeah. I mean, I would Theo James, I think, is still kind of fun though. He's not like as bad as the other 2 guys.
It's gonna get bad,
No,
man. But it's gonna
he
get
gets-
bad.
It is gonna get bad.
He's
Yeah.
going also around those guys. He's going to get to
Oh,
their
that's
level.
true. He is
Yeah.
gonna
I
try
don't
to
think
out
he's gonna
alpha
be-
male them.
For sure.
Yeah. So I mean, it's when you think about the combo of that, it's just like, oh my god.
You know what? You know who probably I would want to come is Amy Lou Wood, who's Goggins' girlfriend from this season.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's
she seems
pretty
like she's a little
fun hang.
She's a I mean, I know
Well,
she's
the
not
Libra
from
rising
LA.
comment, but-
Yeah, she's
but
a
the
little
Libra
LA
rising
for
comment.
me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
okay.
a little LA.
a little too LA.
Yeah.
All right, switching gears to the studio. Let's briefly talk about the studio.
What
for
is
those
the
who haven't
elevator
checked
pitch?
it out.
Yeah. Like, what is the
So-
synopsis?
It's have you ever heard of the movie The Player, Eden?
I think so.
Like early 90s, Tim Robbins. He's a Hollywood producer, executive guy, and it's like set sort of in real Hollywood, but some characters are fictional, but then also
Some
there's
are
real
real. Yeah.
actors and actresses and stuff like it's kind of like Entourage.
Okay.
or-
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
Larry
I
Sanders
watched
Show.
Entourage like 10 times. At least the
It's-
first 3 seasons.
It honestly takes like the best parts of Entourage that I like, which is some Ari stuff mixed with like, oh, we're making Aquaman.
Yeah.
So we're like seeing the
Okay.
set of Aquaman, that type of
Okay.
thing. But it's Seth Rogen as this guy, the suit who gets elevated to head of this studio in the first episode. And he gets elevated. I'm not sure what Bryan Cranston is. Is he because Seth Rogen becomes a president, but Bryan Cranston is essentially still his boss. So
Yeah,
maybe he's like chairman of the board,
must be
or like the
CEO
money
or-
man, something like
yeah.
that. But he elevates Seth Rogen, and then it's contingent on Bryan Cranston wants to make the Kool-Aid Man into a movie.
He's buying the rights to the Kool-Aid.
Wait, like the Kool-Aid
If
Man.
you tip him over, he dies because his
The one
water is
the
spilled
one that
into
we
the
talked
bath.
about last week. Okay.
Very same one.
All right, just making sure I understood that correctly.
Yes. So
Oh, relevant.
he's buying the IP to Kool-Aid, and he basically says, "I'll give you the job if you can make a good Kool-Aid movie. You can keep the job." And so that's the kind of the premise. It's also got like Ike Barinholtz as Seth Rogen's friend / rival executive. Catherine Hahn plays the head of marketing, and she's throwing 100 miles an hour.
Oh my gosh.
Catherine O'Hara.
When does
is
she not?
Yeah.
She's always perfect, but what I mean by that is like
She's like
is
throwing
going
out, like,
for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
her
She's like
outfits are insane. Like
Yeah.
she's dressed like an Instagram ad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She's dressed like our man dunking his face in Saratoga Springs water.
Absolutely.
So is it
4:30 in the morning.
like basically like a satire?
It is satire.
yes. But it's
I would-
I mean, man,
I would
it's
say
so
that it's
well
like-
done.
It's cutting pretty close to the bone. Like it's not.
Okay.
It's satire, and then it's funny,
Yeah.
and like these people are kind of over the top. But I think what they're talking about is actually
Is
pretty on point.
on
Like
point, yeah.
like the Kool-Aid Man as a movie is funny,
Right.
but we're not that far away from that.
right.
No.
Right. Okay. I see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they
okay.
reference it like, hey, Barbie just did like 2 billion. Like we can take a hit out of
We can
this.
beat that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid Man, Barbie,
Yeah.
right, same level, same
Yeah,
tier.
it's
Yeah.
Seth Rogen. Yeah, Seth Rogen just wants to make like artsy, independent type movies, and he's like, "You better make me some money. That's the only way you keep this job."
The opening scene is like Paul Dano making a John Wick type movie
Yeah,
in a
Interesting,
cabin.
okay.
And it's like the final scene of this Paul Dano fake action movie.
Nice.
And he's dying basically.
So
And then
good.
Peter Berg is directing it. And they're
you
talking
know who
about
I'm all good
character.
on. I'm all good on Peter Berg.
I liked him. This was a good use of him though. But yeah, he's a little
because
too
it was a very
overexposed.
small use. Yeah,
But
Because it's who he was. He didn't have to act.
Seth Rogen's on set and he comes up to Paul Dano and he's an executive. He's not the head of the studio yet, but he's like a suit. And he's like awkwardly trying to talk to Paul Dano about how he liked his indie movie that he directed.
yeah.
In the middle of them like going over what they're gonna do for this final
Like
scene
this like reshoot of the final scene. Yeah,
and getting completely ignored. Paul Dano couldn't give less of a fuck about him.
yeah, because he wasn't like an important executive at the time.
Oh.
But
okay.
the second episode I thought was brilliant. Like it is, I mean, it reminded me of fuck's that Michael Keaton movie, Birdman.
Birdman, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like it is the exact like it is shot the same way. I mean, it's just brilliant. It was a brilliant episode of the way it all came together because it's all about like a one shot. So it's all
the
it's
second
filmed as, like, a
episode is
one-shot.
it's shot as one shot take.
Yeah.
But it's about a movie doing a one shot take.
And they have
So-
like a limited time because they need the lighting.
It's the golden
Perfect,
hour.
yeah.
And
And he's showing
Ike
up now. He's
Barinholtz
leading.
and Catherine O'Hara really don't want him on set, but he really
Nobody
wants
wants
to
him on
be on set
yeah.
because he wants to. Well, Greta Lee wants him on set because she wants to get a private jet for her press tour. But like they're trying to keep him away from interfering with shit, but he's like, "Oh, I just love movies and I just want to be there for the energy." But every single thing he does, he's like stepping in shit and fucking
Yeah.
it up, and like,
But they can't
causing
yell at him.
setbacks.
They can't yell at him
Right,
because like he's
because
the the head executive.
money
now.
guy,
It's
yeah.
so
Yeah.
fucking funny. Oh my god.
the
It's so
director,
well done.
the directors, they like do one bit, or they're about to start, and Seth Rogen's talking to her, and he's like, "Hey, I heard you cut the joint from the beginning of the take, like, I really liked that. It was like this nice bookend of the beginning of the movie. Like, why don't you put that back in? And so the director's like, yeah, totally, kissing his ass. Like, all right, we'll put it back in. So then they have to have props, get the joint ready, and that takes a minute.
But they have like a real time
They're
limit
on
because
a
the sun's going
deadline.
down. Like, yeah,
They want to get it right before the sun goes down.
yeah,
And then the joint in the first take goes out.
goes out.
And so they
Oh
have to reset,
no!
and then
Oh fuck.
and it just ends up just like spiraling and it's only 28 minutes. It's like
Yeah.
Oh, it's only 28
super-
minutes.
Well, yeah,
Wow.
because it's all one take. Like they probably. Do you think they hit any cuts there, Zach?
I think they had to have. There's no way they could have done a 25-minute one take. There's no.
Because
Way.
they would have had they would have had to do that like every day.
Yeah. There's no
So
way.
My thought was that they hit a cut when they show you the scene within the scene.
Yes, it had.
That'd be really easy, right? Because the camera
Yeah.
like zooms in on a screen.
You're still talking like 4 or 5 continuous minutes.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, it's God. It was fucking brilliant.
David Collins says you spent 12 minutes describing this, and we did it all in one take. David
We
Collins.
did it all in one take.
You're welcome.
He's clearly pissed. Oh, you're just going to describe a show to Eden today? We like the show, dude.
I like
All
hearing
right.
about the show.
Ask a question.
Watch it.
Ask a question then.
So, did the Kool-Aid man have organs? Did we do that last week?
We did that last week, where we did the argument about how we would fight the Kool-Aid man
Tip him over.
and that stuff.
Tip him
Yeah,
over.
just
He's
tip him
dead.
over.
All right. Paul Bull says, would you rather have legs as short as your fingers or fingers as long as your legs?
I can't type that way, right?
Well, maybe from you'd have to be very far away.
You just have to.
God, the strength you would need in your fingers. Oh, I guess it's the strength of your legs. I mean, I wouldn't want legs as short as my fingers. That's insane.
Yeah, that
Right.
like a
'Cause how would you
millipede.
even walk? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
and
then you're
I
David
have 2 of
Sampson.
them.
Or did he mean toes as long as your fingers? Because like that makes it a little bit more.
I mean, he did
Interesting.
write legs twice, so I'm going to guess
Yeah.
that he meant legs.
No,
Okay.
it's easily finger legs.
It's
Or-
yeah. I'm
Leg
not
fingers.
happy about
Leg
it.
fingers.
But yeah.
Leg fingers. Yeah.
This is super tough for me in particular.
Oh, that is.
Legs are about 2/3 of my body.
That is.
So
But
Oh.
we're talking
the
4 foot
alternative.
fingers.
the alternative is, come on.
Man, can you imagine how much you're breaking your fingers if they're 4 feet long?
Driving's gonna be tough.
I mean, do you still have the same?
Dexterity.
Yeah, that's what.
You can't. Like wind resistance and drag and all that shit is
You know
going
what
to
you
be
can't
too
do
much.
anymore? You're a passenger in the car. Put your hand out the window and do that like kind of thing with
Yeah.
Oh,
air resistance. Can't do that anymore. That's out.
that's out. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like if I did my fingers for legs, there goes my soccer run.
Yeah.
No longer.
there goes
Yeah,
pretty
I
much any
can't, no,
activity.
right, yeah.
Who's gonna
How are
score
you
no
playing?
goals now?
How you playing soccer with
I play defense, buddy.
4
Defense.
foot
I lock it
fingers
down.
though?
Huh? I have a lot of range. I'll be a great goalkeeper.
But you're
That's true.
but
Well, man,
only if
a
they're
lot of
strong
space.
enough.
the strength you need in your palms now and your wrists.
Yeah.
To be able to hold it. And your
Yeah.
forearms have to be huge.
Yeah, I mean, it would naturally.
You'd be.
'Cause
I
are we
tiny
talking, like,
wrists.
all
my
of a
wrists would
sudden
not be able to support?
You wake up tomorrow and this happens.
or you were born
Or
like
did
this?
I
Or you're
grow
born
with
that
this
way.
and then
Yeah.
and then my body developed?
Careful, let's
Nah.
be careful with our hand motions, Mo.
I think it's Lady Gaga style.
No,
I just
the
did
one
that.
before that.
Didn't know what you're talking about. But I'll
Rewind.
be careful, Zach. I will be careful.
Zagori!
Oh, out here. Do the podcast like this the whole day.
Yep. I
Um,
mean,
yeah, because I mean,
I
God,
think
you
li-
really
I
have to
think
build
if
up
you
your
had
forearms and
finger
palms.
length legs, you're in a wheelchair.
You can't. Yeah.
for sure,
Yeah.
you have to be.
And I think people can function.
You basically
like that.
just don't have legs.
Yeah, you basically don't are all torso. man. Yeah, I think even if you're born this way, having 4 foot long fingers is going to be a challenge to do just
Sure.
that.
Oh,
I think you
for
use your
sure.
hands a
Like,
lot
how do
more.
you cook? You know,
How
like
do
how
you
would
cook?
you cook? Like,
How do you
But they're just that length. They're not that size, right?
they're not legs.
they're skinny.
No,
No,
they're
they're
fingers,
skinny
but
like
their
fingers.
fingers.
They're just
Oh,
long.
Fingers
I-
just this long now. It's
But it's still a heavy finger
Right.
because
Still heavy.
Yeah. I like that we're all trying to picture ourselves with 4 foot legs or 4 foot fingers. We're not all Maze. Like this is not.
yeah.
That's a
even-
Maze
even-
problem. We got.
but
we
Zach-
still have-
but
it's
Zach,
still not. It's
a
still not great.
2 foot finger is still
Sure,
really
it's still
kind
not
of
great,
wild.
but we're not Maze here.
Yeah, I'm going wheelchair finger
Yeah,
legs.
I think you have. I think you have to.
I think I
I'm
have
gonna
to
go.
do that.
I'm going
Yeah.
fingers.
I'm going fingers as well, but it's weird.
All right. Well, got to the bottom of that one.
Get stuff from under the
Anustian
couch.
says, would you rather have tusks like a walrus, antlers like a deer, antenna like a lobster, or a trunk like an elephant?
Tusks.
Can you repeat the options again?
Tusks like a walrus, antlers like a deer, antenna like a lobster, or a trunk like an elephant?
What's the most
I'm-
useful? Yeah.
Well-
Like antler. I think is just annoying. You're gonna
Yeah,
sleep
like
with
it's
that?
just gonna get in the way. Like you
Not
can't
even
go
that,
through
just get in the
doors.
car.
Like
Yeah, just get
Yeah.
in the car.
Yeah,
Get in the car with your antlers.
you
Good
have
luck
to have a
with that.
convertible.
right,
Yeah.
top down all the time. Otherwise,
You basically can't ever have a hoodie.
antenna like a lobster. Like you could like sense stuff, right? Like
I would.
it's kind of subtle, and you would be able to sense stuff. Like that's not a bad option.
I think
Not
the
bad.
antennas like a lobster is the one that's easiest to get by in your day to day, where just your normal day to day, where it wouldn't affect you that often.
and it
tall are
could
those?
give.
How tall are those though?
The lobster antenna can smell their food.
That's
It
interesting.
means you could smell other shit.
You can sniff
yeah, I
out
live in
a
New York.
single amino acid.
What was
You can
that about
find
the
a meme?
amino acid again?
Their sense of smell is so fine that they can sniff out a single amino acid.
Too much.
Oh.
Not interested.
Yeah, like I smell enough stuff when I walk out of my apartment sometimes. And
Yeah,
I don't
New
even
York,
have a
that's-
great
that's
sense
a
of smell.
That's a hindrance in New York. You're smelling your neighbor's trash from 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, every
By
once
the
in a
single amino
while,
acid.
in the valley, there will be a sewage smell, and I'm like, oof, this is.
Mm.
And the subway,
The-
don't think about getting on the
Oh,
subway. Oh,
no.
Good lord.
No.
The elephant trunk feels like also very difficult to just manage on a day-to-day
but it's
basis.
functional. But it's really functional.
It's
if you think
functional,
about it.
yeah.
I think I gotta
Super
go
functional.
deer antler because every once in a while I could
But you wanna
shave
be
a little bit
taller?
off, and now I got a performance enhancer built in.
Oh,
Good point. Yeah.
And imagine if you got that shit coursing through your system naturally.
Mm.
Mhm.
I don't. Does it work
Steroids.
that way?
Not
Yeah,
sure that's how it
Find
works,
out.
I
but
don't know
it's
if it
okay.
works. Oh yeah, I guess you got to find
Maybe if
out.
I get my deer antlers, then I can use those fingers properly.
I think I'm going.
So
Husks.
you're combining them. That's right.
I'm combining them.
Yeah.
I'm already a fucking freak.
Might as well.
Or you go wheelchair and antlers.
No,
Okay.
no, I'm only taking the fingers if I
All
also
right.
get the deer antler.
All right. I'm going Tusk. I'm sticking with my original answer. I think Tusk is the way to go.
I think tusks is the right answer.
And what are you doing with them though?
Fucking attacking.
Yeah,
Opening
like
cans?
it's a deadly
Yeah.
weapon
Yeah.
for sure.
You try to
Popping
make
open
friends. You try to make friends with Zach. He's coming
Kansas soup.
right at you with his tusks.
Don't do it. Oh man, I went to the bar last night to write.
Oh boy.
Walk in.
Uh-oh.
The dude that was like I don't know if you remember a while back, but the dude was like who like introduced me to somebody who was like, yeah, we're both basketball guys or whatever. I'm
Oh
like,
no.
"You're a fucking-" I'm
Oh
like,
no.
You're a realtor. Like, what are you talking about? Both basketball guys. Like, what are you talking about? I saw like he's right there at the door as I walk in. I'm like, hey, what's up? And he like fist bumps me. I'm like, all right, but it was like just I hate that. He like just puts out. I'm like,
Oh,
I wish
Here we
I
go.
could just see
And then-
Zach going like I can just see Zach doing this right in front of the guy.
it's like eye roll. Ugh.
Fine.
It's kind of it's
Like-
not far from what I did, and I'm just like I'm like, oh, I gotta go order a drink. It's like order a drink, order food, and I went right out to the patio. I was like, I'm just gonna fucking watch this game out here, and I'm gonna plop my laptop down. But it was that moment where I was like, fuck, I wonder if this guy's gonna follow me out there.
Yeah,
Luckily he didn't.
you just never know. Like that's dicey.
And then I
That's a
just-
dicey one.
Yeah, until the Duke game was on, everyone was watching the Dodger game out there, and this was interesting. So there's this couple and their child. Their kid must have been, God, I don't know, 6. I don't know. Like I'm bad with like kids' ages, but like he had to have been like 6 years old, right? Like he was pretty young. Yeah, man. Fuck yeah, that would be me. Absolutely. Because for a second there, I was like, would I want the tusks going up? That would be annoying. Going down? Absolutely. Like Eden said, you're opening cans.
Big
That's great.
fucking things. I said
Yeah,
the
man,
can
but
thing.
whatever. I'm good. I'm good with that choice for
Just
sure.
Give Eden credit for my genius life hacks. All right,
Felt like
basketball
it-
game.
felt like-
Ally.
Yeah. So they're watching the Dodger game, and Ohtani hits a home run, right? Ohtani hits a home run, and the dad's like, "Oh, your guy hit a home run," and the kid's just like on his, like, I don't know, playing a game on someone's phone or something, right?
Aw.
You know, like
Classic.
doesn't give a fuck. The
Typical.
dad's trying to get this kid, and I'm like, God, that's got to be tough. Like maybe the kid loves Ohtani. Maybe the kid does actually like baseball. This kid is just like on this device. And they kept trying to like get him into the game. Kid didn't care. He's like, game was over. He's like, all right, let's go. And the whole time the wife was like, she seemed real horny. So it was a weird vibe from everybody there.
Oh.
Like real weird
You wanted to
vibe.
make baby number 2.
I think so. I don't know. Like they had clearly been drinking. Like I don't know. It was such a weird vibe. I'm like, I don't think you should be this way in front of your kid. I don't know. It wasn't like, oh, we're in love. It was like
Ooh.
I'm
In
sitting on your
public?
lap kind of thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh no.
Like, yeah, it was weird. And it's like a picnic table set up out there.
Would be
So
would
they're
be
like
more
all on the
funny.
same side. Like they're right next to this kid. It was weird.
It's not. It's the stepmom too.
Well,
Let's just
he
make it
wasn't
really
paying
weird.
attention.
Like
So
Yeah, good thing he was
I
playing
guess
on
the
his
kid wasn't
phone. Yeah.
watching. Well, maybe that's why. Maybe he's like, oh, this is weird.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's blocking it out. He's like,
It's
oh
weird,
god, I
yeah.
gotta deal with this.
Oh, Tommy
like,
hit a home
I'm
run.
just
I don't
gonna-
give a fuck. I don't want to watch anyone score right now. Like, this
Yeah.
is-
Danielle's coming with us. Give me the phone. I'm not paying attention. Just give me the phone.
ooh, Danielle. That's a good stepmom name.
dated a couple of Danielles.
Are you at all worried, Zach, about poachers?
Of course.
Well, all
Second
of
thing I
them-
thought about.
All of the options are poacher conscious, right?
No,
Yeah, you
but
gotta be worried about those antlers.
ivory tusks
Yeah.
fetching more on the open
Yeah.
market than lobster.
that
antenna.
and
Oh,
and-
lobster
and-
antenna, I guess, is fine.
But I don't feel like walruses are a big target for.
not as
would be.
much as elephants because they're bigger, but
Yeah. I feel like I
I'm
would be.
Sure that
I feel like, I'd be
sure
like, well,
walrus
something's going on with
tusks,
this dude's tusks. We got to get them.
Yeah.
But
They're very rare.
You have the daily thrill of like, all right, I'm in the game.
Who's coming at me today?
Yeah. Start
You're,
fine
you're
tuning.
home suddenly iced
The-
tea from
the
It would
the.
force me
daily
to finally.
thrill.
It would finally get me into archery. You know, that final push.
Finally,
Yeah.
finally.
And not that pussy crossbow shit. I'm talking real archery. Okay. Like our ancestors.
Ancestor.
Our.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we all came from archers. The
It's in
cave-
every army.
in every army.
Pretty much. Historically.
All right. Well, if you had to create, this is from Anusian. If you had to create a new last name for yourself based on what you do for a living, what would it be? So I think
Oh,
this is
like blacksmith, like
like if you know
Cooper.
all the names that come from
yeah.
trades
Potter.
back in the day.
So Zach would be a wordsmith.
Potter.
Zach
oh,
would
Potter,
be Zach.
not Potter.
Yeah.
I it took me a
Symbology.
second. I
Potter.
was like,
Yeah.
You wouldn't go full legal name change to Honest Podcaster? Make it official.
No, I'd keep I'd keep the first name. I like that. And I don't want to change my middle name.
Mo,
I
did
could go back
Jamie?
Honest Potter. Yeah.
Did you and Jamie consider name changes at all?
He took her last name.
She hyphenated.
I mean, Zach, in this day and age,
Dude, let me tell you.
I'm just saying.
The rules for what you're allowed to do with your name change when you get married are batshit.
Wait, what do you mean?
So I could take Isabel's mom's maiden name.
Okay.
I could make that my last name.
Yeah.
I could make that my middle name. I could hyphenate it. I could combine it with my middle name. I could combine it with my last name as a middle name. I'm like, what?
But her mom's maiden name, not even her
or her
last
name. Or her I could
He's saying
basically
you
take either
any of the
parent's
names.
name
Okay.
and turn it into my last name or my middle name or hyphenated or combined.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's.
I can't imagine a single person who's done that, but you
I mean,
can.
what's the difference between just doing a name change at that point?
Right. Yeah.
Coming from somewhere. I feel a real connection to my future mother-in-law.
Yeah.
So I'm taking her last name as my middle name.
That would be. I would have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
That'd be
If I
really
was your wife, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck? What are you doing?
Not even. I was your friend. That'd be like, what?
You don't bring it up until you get to the county clerk and you're filling out the form and you're like, hey, so are you gonna change your name at all? She's like, no. I'm sticking with my name.
Yet,
okay, I'm gonna
take
your mom's maiden name.
Have you gone to the county clerk already, Maze? And
yeah, well, I got my license.
Okay. The funniest thing is they are like, you better make sure you get this right.
Yeah.
The county, they're
once
like,
I type this in, I can't type it again.
Yeah.
They're like,
okay.
Once you mess this up, they go, the hoops you have to jump through to fix it. They're like, it's almost not worth it. I was
really?
like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Well, so I was dating this girl, and I don't know, we've been dating for a year at that point. We were serious, and randomly one day, we hadn't really talked about future stuff, but randomly one day she was just out of nowhere, she's like, I don't know, no offense, I don't know that I want to take your last name because I'm kind of established with my name. And I was like, what?
Oh. Huh?
I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, if we get married, I don't want to take your last name, and I hope that doesn't offend you. I was like, I could not give a fuck.
Yeah.
That. I don't keep your name, take
out
my
of the
name.
blue?
Out of the blue, but also that does not matter to me in the slightest. I've never cared about that. This whole idea of you got to keep the legacy and keep the last name going and all that, that is so weird to me.
Well, I think it makes more
that.
sense with kids.
Sure.
I get that a little bit more.
Right.
My dad is gonna flip the fuck out if
when you take
we have a firstborn son and its middle name isn't Marshall.
Sure.
Because that's apparently been May's family tradition for 10 generations.
We have those in Chinese names too. Kind of adjacently. So all of my cousins on my dad's side of the family, our Chinese names all have two characters. The second character is the same, and the first character all has the same number of strokes in the character.
Yeah.
Something like that.
What's weirder? I mean, I guess one of them is historically the same, but a partner who is determined to take your last name. You get married
or not determined. You mean
or
absolutely doesn't want, or versus must take it. Is that what you're?
I guess I'm saying if Ian and I got married and I was I am dead set on changing my last name to Anthony Liu.
Oh, I like that.
Now, be aware you're marrying into an allyship.
Ooh.
So you get Zach.
So does that mean I could legally become Anthony Harper Liu?
No, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's an option. You don't have
You
to.
can.
You
Yeah.
can. It's an option.
Anthony
You don't have to.
Looper,
But
Maze.
you have to be my ally.
Looper.
I wasn't aware that was another form that I had to fill
Yeah.
out here.
Yeah, no, that's a thing.
That one's hard to process too.
an
So like
appendix.
once you're in, you're in.
You gotta
better
make
not
sure
fuck
you
up
fill that
form.
form out right. Okay.
Yeah.
We
There's
don't
no
want that
control
bad.
Z, okay? No Apple Z undo.
But I was gonna say, is it like if the partner really wants to take your name, or if you
Yeah.
really want your partner to take your name, which is weirder at this point?
Mm.
Because the other one's historical. Like if you really
right.
want your
Yeah,
partner
yeah.
to be your name,
Yeah,
that's
I
the
think
way it was for a long time.
I think it's weirder if I was to say like, hey, we're getting married, you have to take I need you to take my name. I think that kind of demand. And I think if she wants to take your name, that's fine. I don't think that's weird. Maybe because that's like tradition and everything, and that's just kind of
Right.
blazoned into our brains, right? Into culture.
But it's still their choice.
But if I'm like, yeah, because it's still their
Right,
choice.
yeah, it's
But
still
if I'm
their
like, hey,
choice.
you better take my
You
last
need to
name,
take
like,
mine. That's a little
seems
patriarchal
weird.
and
Yeah,
weird.
that's super controlling.
Now, what if it was me that was like,
yeah.
Maze, you have to take my last
Yeah.
name.
That yeah.
Right.
Well, that's
You've now-
again part of the allyship. That's 2-1. I vote
Right.
for it. You
I
vote
would be
for it.
impressed.
Thank
I
you.
would be impressed. Be like, wow, really ambitious on Eden's part here to impose the Lou family
Then your
name.
son would be whatever first name Marshall Lou, which is close to martial law,
Oh,
which is
Kind of
dope.
cool.
I'm here for it. Let's go.
I also like whatever first name.
Whatever is the first name.
Whatever.
If your
Whatever
middle and
Lou.
last name is Marshall Law,
Marshall Lou.
doesn't matter what your first name is.
Whatever, Marshall.
Whatever, Marshall Lou. Go to your room.
That's
Get in here.
awesome.
Okay. What is the weirdest restaurant to go to with friends? This is from We Gotta Fled. I think this sprung out of
Subway.
going to Subway with a friend.
Oh,
Yo, wait, real quick. I man, it's kind of fucked up, but it was so funny. I think it was also just a bit. I don't think it was real, but I saw some TikTok where someone was like, "Whoever said you can use food stamps at Subway, fuck you! You embarrassed me. I went through that whole line, made my sandwich, got to the register. They said, no, we don't take that." I think it was just a bit. I don't think it was real because it the guy was like very calm in his anger or whatever. But I saw that and I was fucking dying. It was so funny. It's fucked up, but it was so funny. But yeah, Subway's
Subway.
is Subway
any
a
fast
restaurant?
food joint.
Like I know they have
any
seats,
fast
but like
technically.
yeah, I guess it is
American
technically.
Subway for sure. The funny thing is in K-dramas, Subway did mad product placement, and it was like for like there was like probably like 3 years of K-dramas where like there was definitely gonna be a Subway scene where like someone picks up sandwiches for the whole office or like goes on a lunch break in a Subway, and it's like, the sandwich is so
They have
good.
to. Good product placement. Yeah. I mean, Subway's a good one.
Yeah, Subway's
I mean,
Subway's up there.
Any kind of like make
Fast-
your sandwich.
Fast food joint.
Or, like counter,
But
like it's like order at the counter type thing is
Yeah.
like a McDonald's would be weird. It's a you know like
I think that's
Well,
more
at what
weird
age-
if it's a date. Because like going to a fast food restaurant with your friends, like we've
I was about to
all
say,
done it.
yeah.
no. But
Yeah,
we've
but,
all
like,
but
the-
we've all done it like in high school. Like we're on our.
But
it's
like
not
if
like
Mo
Zach,
and I were
it's-
like, hey, let's go eat
Yeah.
at McDonald's, like
I
that.
think if
at
you
this
make it
point
an
in our
appointment
40s,
thing and say,
Like, we
hey,
go-
we haven't
Yo,
hung out
I'll meet you
this
at
month.
Chick-fil-A at 7:30.
because
Meet me
wouldn't
at
yeah.
McDonald's.
because wouldn't it just be like, hey, let's go through this drive-through and then
Yeah.
we'll eat at
Yeah.
my place or whatever.
Right,
like
right,
that
right.
seems normal, right? Like if we're like, hey,
Okay.
let's
we're
go
going
inside and eat.
somewhere.
Going
Yeah.
to eat in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got
Like, it's
time.
a-
We're not in a rush.
Yeah.
Let's
it's
go
not- it's
feel like
not
we
a-
would
at
eat in our car?
McDonald's.
Like we'll just eat in our car and then like
Well, I see people
like,
eating in the
both of
In-N-Out
us in our
parking
separate
lot
car, in our
all
separate
the
car
time.
with the windows and just
Windows
talking to each
down. Windows
two,
down.
like two cops at a stakeout, like
Yep.
exchanging shifts.
It's like, here, you want to buy
Now I
it?
want to do it. Now I want to do it.
That
Zach,
sounds
I'll meet you at
fun.
McDonald's.
Well, what are you doing tomorrow?
Meet me at McDonald's.
Oh my god.
But it's just like But it's any of those places, like a Taco Bell, any of that, where it's not like an organic situation of like, shit, I'm hungry, and I'm with Zach. I'm gonna go to this Taco Bell. You want? It's one thing, but it's all of those places. All of that's weird.
What
I
if
haven't
it's
sat in
just
a
like
Subway in forever.
if it's just like the two of you? Like if it's just like, oh, here's one. If it's just me and Mo, right? Mo and I are like, hey, we're gonna go get dinner, and we go to what was that place called? Melting Pot.
Yeah,
Oh,
The
the
like
fondue?
fondue place.
Mm-hmm.
Seems a little odd.
That's odd. That's
Seems
odd.
a little
That's
odd
a good
for
one.
just the two of
That's
us.
a good one.
A
For the
group?
two
If it's
of
a
us,
group? Yes. If it's a date, fine.
Right.
Just a couple of buddies.
hang it out. It's
Yeah,
an awkward
you don't
situation.
go get fondue
definitely-
like
Yeah.
All you can eat sushi.
No, because
Two
we're just trying
people.
to take the place
Two-
out of business.
No, I think,
But I still think that's kind of weird.
but I think
All you can
yeah.
eat sushi is a group activity, if anything.
Or
I don't want to do
solo
it. Period.
challenge. I don't know. Sometimes you just got to test your limits.
Yeah,
That's the way
I'm like, I mean, I'll like go to like all you can eat sushi with like my brother. I've done that before for
Okay.
sure. Like,
All right. What about any restaurant that's supposed to be like an experience, or
Oh, like those
where
like
they're
dining in the
singing
dark
to
or
you
like
or some
I was just
shit?
thinking like the dark
Yeah.
room.
Those
I have
kinda get
absolutely
weird.
no interest in something like that. I don't get
No, I
it.
want to.
I'm totally
I'm
cool with
pissed
just being
off.
able to see what I'm eating. Like
Yeah.
I've never been like I think this will taste
And
so much
who I'm
better if I
with
can't
and, like,
see it.
Yeah,
Well, that's where you need the lobster antenna.
that's true.
Mm.
Yeah, that's where it comes in.
Then you
I'm
can eat in
already
the dark
annoyed
all the
with
time.
all the places with the dim lighting. Like I don't want to do this whole. eat in
I
the
can't see this
dark
fucking
thing.
menu for shit.
Yeah,
This
I
is-
can't. It's like I'm sitting there.
I'm like
I've
getting out the
hit the age.
flashlight. It's like
Yeah, I've hit the age where I'm pulling up, and Jamie will look at me going like, "Don't do it." I'm like, "Baby, I'm not eating otherwise."
like I got it. Like I like what? Like I either eat here or I don't. Like
Like it's not even. You know what? I loved when we had the QR codes for menus.
have y'all ever accidentally set a menu on fire from like a candle on the table? Because I definitely have almost done that before.
oh, almost.
haven't.
I,
Did it.
I
Yeah.
almost have for sure.
Yeah.
Almost done
I've
it,
never
sure,
actually
but,
Like,
like,
don't
having
realize
done
it. Yeah.
Especially when it's dim lit and I don't have my phone and I'm not allowed to
Mhm.
pull it out and I gotta.
What
Sexy
would be the weirdest place to go with Sexy Johnny?
Literally anywhere.
Mm.
Literally
Anywhere that's not on the 30?
I almost no. Even there, it's uncomfortable.
Because you would
I
just
haven't.
bump
I mean,
into him there.
I haven't gone there. I haven't gone there in a long time. I almost went there the other night. Oh, you know what? I tried to go there on fun dudes. I tried to go there
Name of my new
the first-
restaurant.
the first day of the tournament. I tried to go there. Nobody was open.
No, 'cause
Nobody
it
was
was in the
open in the
morning.
middle of the day.
Middle of the day, even
Woodman?
not even like.
Woodman, none of these places.
Really?
Thirsty Merchant wasn't open. Woodman wasn't open. 30 wasn't open.
I mean, the 30 is weird. Just the pure fact that they're not open on Mondays when they're missing out on Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
is
like,
still
even
the
football
weirdest
season,
thing to
yeah.
me. Like it's not even. It doesn't make sense to me. Them, I understand. The others, I don't get.
Yeah. I went to that place, Game Changer. Have you seen that place? That new
Made
spot.
the
It's near
face.
the Woodman.
I haven't. I've unfortunately, Zach. I've now become a West Sider.
I know, but yeah, but you're in
Oh.
the valley every once in a while.
He's a West
Yeah,
Sider.
the only
Um,
time I go outside of Encino when I go to the Valley is to grab coffee with you. It's the weird earworm.
I've been to this place twice now. It's called like Game Changer Brew House.
Game Changer Brew House. Wow,
Yeah.
what a name.
It's like it's a sports bar. It's definitely a money laundering business, like 100%. To the point where the first time I went, which was either November or December.
This is an intense website.
Yeah. Either November or December. Jesus Christ.
This is auto playing. This is what happens
This is
when you go to their
autoplay?
website.
The bartender even said, "Oh, that bartender! Oh, that guy! The guy in the Jaguars jersey! That
You
was the
know him?
bartender. That's the only bartender I've had there the 2 times I've
You
gone."
know, it
But he was
looks
like,
like a cool place.
it's not. He was like, he was like, he even said, I think this is like a front for something. And I'm like, okay, man, like this is weird.
Wow.
And then he tried to like, he said he like makes music. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, but I've never put any out. I said,
Oh.
Same.
weird.
So you don't make
So you don't.
music.
I'm like, all right. And then he goes, you want to check it out? I was like, sure, I guess. And then he put his phone in front of me, and it was just a notes app with lyrics.
No.
It wasn't music. It was just a notes app, and I'm just reading lyrics.
Was it more music than the freestyler?
Everything's more music than the freestyler. Yes.
I
The
don't
lyrics
know.
weren't bad either. Like they weren't good, but they weren't bad. Whatever. So that was like, and I don't know. We had this weird conversation for like an hour, right? It was like really dead when I went in back in November, December. I went in Thursday for the first day of the tournament, and he was the bartender. So this is 4 or 5 months later. He remembered me somehow. Remembered
They
me.
weren't that busy.
Well, you listened to his music, Zach.
I read his music. Yeah.
he read his music.
And he's like, I don't know. So he like we're talking or whatever, and I'm just watching the games, and I have my laptop out and everything. And then he starts like trying to tell me about his dating life.
Oh
And I was
no.
like, I can't do it. But I will say this: they had these harissa honey wings. Fuck.
The wings did look good in that
Oh,
autoplay.
word.
I
The
was
wings
gonna
looked
say
good.
Killer.
the wings did look good.
Yeah,
Yo,
Candace
what?
C agrees with you. The hot honey wings are both our
Oh
favorite.
my god, what a combination! Those were so good.
I do have to read this review from Nina L, who says, just had lunch with my 4-year-old who surprised me eating calamari, exclaiming, it's the best. He's usually the sushi kind. What?
What? Usually
What does that have to do with this Game Changer Brewhouse?
Was that
You're just talking about your child in a 5-star
like,
review.
I feel like that's a chat GPT generated.
Has to be. It has to
It's
be.
like chat
Yeah.
GPT hallucinating a fake review.
And then I
heard-
actually was gonna.
I
go
heard
last
they
night.
might start selling growlers, which I can't wait to serve to my friends when over for pool days. Bullshit, Nina L.
That's chat GPT. That's chat GPT.
I was gonna go last night for the Duke game, and then it was nothing but Dodgers game. Like they do have a
Yeah, I mean-
shitload of TVs. Like it is a good spot. It looks like a good spot for sports or whatever, but I don't know.
They didn't
I
have the
can't-
game you needed.
Yeah, it was just all Dodgers fans there last night. Couldn't do it.
I don't understand when
gonna
like
be a
sports
long
bars have just
season,
one
man.
game playing on the entire bar. Like, isn't the point of having a bunch
Yeah.
of different TVs that you have like some
Yeah.
playing some
Well,
one
that was the
game, some
thing.
playing another game? Like,
The TVs, as I drove by, the
Variety.
TVs behind the bar were the tournament, and then everything else on the
Oh,
side
inside.
was Dodgers.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's the point?
The thing that sucks at some sports bars is when they're all on one, and like if Zach asked, can you put one of these TVs on the Duke game?
Yeah.
Some asshole sitting there's
Someone could have-
always a
What?
pain in the ass. I was
Oh.
watching that TV. I'm like, okay, so you can't watch that TV?
any of the other
like
yeah.
it's
I
not-
mean, that's happened a lot at on the 30. That's happened.
that happens all the time. Every
Yeah.
sports bar I've been
Like,
to.
oh, it's fucking there and there. Like I just want to watch it.
I'm not gonna
What
lie,
are
I
the-
miss my sports bar in New Orleans that they were always so chill about putting whatever game you asked for.
Unless you're a specific
Wait,
sports
that's
bar,
actually the
like-
sports bar I met you at, Zach, for the
I
first
was
time
just trying
ever.
to. I was like,
I-
did you go to a sports bar?
That was the first time I
Yeah.
ever met Zach actually
'cause I-
in person. Yeah.
I was
when the
meeting-
allyship began.
Justin
Yeah, I was
Verrier.
meeting Barrier. Yeah, I
And there was
meeting
some you
JV.
were with a few other, yeah, and I was just like, Zach Harper?
Yeah.
Wow, that was
Zach
so random.
Harper?
Man, when was that? Because that was like
That was
2017.
2016 or 2017.
It was whenever
Yeah.
DeMarcus Cousins got traded to New Orleans, because that's what I went
Yeah.
there for. And I spent like a week there. Ooh, by the way, a week in New Orleans is rough.
25
Yeah, I
As
mean-
a visitor,
yeah, it's like
I mean, I
15
spent 10
pounds.
years there, so yeah. Woof.
like living
I
out
did
of a
it.
hotel and just. Oh,
I
my
did
God,
a
that was
bachelor
tough.
party there once. Whew.
I'm doing a
That's
weekend there.
disaster.
I'm doing a weekend there in May, and I'm like,
Mentally exhausted
Yeah.
already.
I chose the 7 a.m. flight out of there on Sunday because
Oh.
my friend's gonna be on that flight, and I was like, well, he's definitely getting to the airport, so I will.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just,
Yeah.
I'll be with
you'll
him.
make it.
You're just
Yeah.
gonna collapse in his lap.
Yeah.
He's your
Collapse.
father.
He's gonna have to carry you through the security.
Yeah.
Weekend at Bernie's you.
Just get me to the fucking security line. That's all I need you to do.
Wheelchair.
I can handle the rest.
All right, Bonk's Adventure says, what inanimate object would be the most terrifying to become sentient?
Oh,
He said
are we talking
toilet
like as a threat?
and then
yeah. Oh, toilet would be rough.
butt plug. So he's got an anal fixation.
Yeah, clearly.
I was thinking like, are we assuming this is evil and it now attacks you out of nowhere?
I'm going with that. I'm thinking
I mean,
evil.
okay, so
That is a
toilet.
little-
I mean,
yeah.
toilet.
Toilet
So
can
maximum
really come at you.
overdrive. Maximum overdrive
Okay.
style.
Yeah, toilet probably has to be number one because that is life changing.
You can't go to the bathroom safely anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and now if it's not all toilets, now you're just going to be like wondering.
Which toilet?
Oh
is-
no,
right?
yeah, you have no idea. And
Yeah.
every time you're just
Hashtag
like
not all toilets.
hashtag not all toilet.
One of your you go to the bathroom at Game Changer, you may not come out.
That's true.
one of those toilets are evil.
You'll be reading music lyrics for the fucking rest of your life.
My 4-year-old ate calamari and then went to the bathroom.
Reading
And
music
never returned.
Never
Can't wait for the growlers.
He's usually a sushi guy.
for my pool party, you guys.
Toilet's
Um,
really good. I think
Yeah, that's gonna be tough for me to beat.
I mean,
Oh,
trucks,
stove
cars,
Yeah. I mean, car. Yeah,
the standard.
stuff with wheels is pretty like I'm trying to think household appliances. and,
I don't know,
in
like
the
a
house.
toaster or like something that could like set on fire. Like,
I actually
Mike
think the
Weisberg,
stove.
a gun.
I mean, sure.
well, yeah.
Thanks, Mike. Way to take the fun out of
Guns
it.
don't
like-
kill
or like-
people, Mike. People
Exactly.
kill
Or
people.
like kitchen
That-
knives. Kitchen knives
Yeah.
could be.
I actually think
A knife block, yeah.
Yeah.
the stove oven combo would be
Ooh,
a
yeah.
Turn
would be
on,
a pretty good one.
Turn the pilot light off.
fire,
'Cause
fire
it
up
could
top.
do. It could do a suicide mission and just
It would
leak the
only be
gas.
suicide, though. It'd be
Mm.
kamikaze ovens.
no, because it could like burn you, right? It could just be like, "Fuck
Right.
you, here's some fire," right? Or
And
it
it
could
could
blow
survive.
everything up.
it's got
Fuck
fire
you,
on the
here's
top. It can open up
fire.
its oven mouth
Yeah.
and get you from inside. Like there's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
there.
Curtains could choke you.
It could change the time. And you don't like you're late.
You
Oh,
don't even know.
never know what
Yeah.
time it is.
Mhm.
If you're witty and you rely on the oven timer to
Mhm.
wake up in the morning,
Fucked.
oh, hate to see it. Sorry, witty.
Seatbelts.
Yeah,
Ooh,
something that
yeah.
could choke you. Yeah.
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 Although
Seatbelts.
some people are into
Everybody
that,
gets
so.
in, they can't get out.
Sometimes you start going, it gives that little tug, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm alive." Stupid. Couch could be kind of terrifying.
It could like eat you.
Yeah,
It'd have to be a sofa couch.
yeah.
Because it'd have to have that tongue thing. If that
Yeah.
thing's
We
coming
have-
out,
Mm-hmm.
done.
We have a sectional, but one of them has storage, so that's the part that would come
Yeah.
out, and that would be the
Mhm.
one that pulls you.
The other dangerous.
Like a
I'm
space
literally
heater.
looking
Space
around.
heater
I'm looking at the
is-
kitchen.
Oh, space heater. Yeah,
Space heater is dicey. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm just looking around my apartment.
Yeah, I know. I was
Like, literally
like,
looking
what?
Just trying to do.
I spy with my little eye Eden's Pikachu stuffed animal.
Hey, that was a good
Like-
answer.
Like
Does Boogie
Chucky,
count?
but
He's pretty
Pikachu.
inanimate. Like, he's-
Only on walks.
Optician wants to know, do you have any backup questions for when our questions suck? Yes, the backup questions that I have are 8 years of unanswered questions. I have
8
79 pages in
There
this
are
doc.
some gems. There are some
What?
gems in there.
let's
Yeah.
throw one out there.
Give me
Yeah,
a
let's do
number
it.
between 2 and 79, Zach.
4,
Go a little higher, maybe.
11.
Pick any number, but not that one.
Yeah.
I should have.
Why don't you just tell me what number you want me? to
All right. On page 11, Abuelo Mijo wants to know, how much do you sleep in on your days off? Personally, I'm deaf, not still in bed, wanting to move because my dog is asleep next to me.
I
Yeah, I don't-
honestly sometimes don't get out of bed on my days off. Other than to
I
like
mean-
get a snack or like go to the bathroom.
I'll probably like maximum like 10 a.m. at this point.
Like sleep, like I'm actually asleep.
Oh yeah, like
I-
stay asleep. That's tough. But like, I mean, like
I
get out
could-
of bed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, like I wait because I still get up early on the days, and then I try not to wake up Jamie, so I try to get out
In
of the
fact,
bed.
sometimes I wake up earlier on my days off than I do for work. Just I'm like, why did I randomly wake up at 5
Right.
a.m. on a Sunday for no reason?
Right.
I don't even
But
get
we
up
had-
that early on a weekday.
Yeah, we had a glorious last Saturday was perfect because we actually didn't have any plans and we just literally stayed in bed the whole time. We binged The Residence. Like that was it. Only got
You
food.
are fucking married. We had a glorious Saturday morning. Glorious. No one says glorious about their.
I am married. I am married. I can prove it, Zach. I can prove it. You see this?
What
see this?
glorious. See that?
Glorious.
I am
The
married.
glory of marriage.
Yeah, like because a lot of times I'll wake up early and then I'll throw some TV show on and I'll just fall back asleep.
Yeah.
I'll do that for sure.
I
But
think
My
I try
friend-
not to. I try not
I've
to sleep
heard that
past
my
like
friend
10.
sometimes like wakes and bakes and goes back to sleep that way. I've
Your friend
never
does-
done
yeah.
that,
No,
but
no,
like
no, no,
I've
no,
heard
dude.
that that's how a lot of people spend
Mhm.
a weekend morning.
A lot of that's a very friend thing to do, for sure.
I think the latest I've hit in the last year is 11. And I think that was once.
Yeah.
And that was very
If
rare.
if I'm hungover, maybe I'll hit 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the latest has been 9 for me. Like I just can't sleep in. I don't sleep in past that. Like I'm up.
Yeah. Luckily, yeah. Boogie will mostly stay in bed
Oh, that's a good
as long
point.
as I will, but sometimes
Right.
he's like up and ready to go.
Yeah,
He's ready
we're
for that
pretty-
morning coffee run.
Yeah, he's
He-
ready
he-
for that.
He's trying to make friends. Eden.
Yeah,
He's
he
trying
wants
to make
to.
friends.
Boogie wants to.
Yeah.
Boogie wants to make a friend and deal with a guy trying
God-
to freestyle rap in his face.
God bless
we're-
him. He tried to make the right friend this morning. He
Ah,
was,
just did it.
Oh,
he was a great
okay.
ally this morning. Yeah.
There you go. Good wingman. Luca, I'm lucky because he won't get up till I get out of bed.
Yeah.
Like he'll stay in bed all day. And if we do, like he
Yeah.
won't be eager to get out.
Page
That was the best.
77.
Okay, there we go. Go ahead.
Speaking of Luca, page 77.
Mm.
Juice Stain at Nixon 94. I'm a real wuss when it comes to getting into a hot bath. What ordinary activity has you feeling like a wuss? Hashtag
I don't-
bath
Valid.
are.
That's valid.
I don't love a super hot
It's-
shower or bath or like even jacuzzi. Like I don't love a super hot any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I do have a little bit of a sensitivity to that.
Yeah. I don't do baths like really ever, like, but like sometimes if I'm staying at a like hotel that has like a really nice one, like the one I stayed at in Taiwan, cleanest hotel I have ever been at, I swear to God. And like I was like, might as well take advantage of this. And I was like, I couldn't get the water temperature right. It was definitely too hot for the longest. And then you like try to balance it out with cold water, and then it's too cold, and then you're like,
Yeah.
it's a whole ordeal.
Oh, that dance at the hotel of getting the right temperature.
You
is
know what,
miserable.
man, and also like those showers at hotels where you have to be in the shower to turn it on.
Yes,
Like you
Oh.
gotta be in there.
Like,
you
come
gotta
on, man.
you gotta hit
What?
that water. I'm like, come on, like it's gonna be cold and then it's gonna be hot. And
I don't think I've experienced that. Like, how does it know?
Yeah.
the
Oh,
majority
it's-
of the showers I've had lately in hotels have been that.
Wait,
like
how
it's
did-
like
how-
that.
Like, there's
It's like-
a sensor or something? Like, how does
No, no, it's like it's got that like half clear wall and then it's just open. But all the shower
Oh.
controls are behind that panel, that clear, that
Oh.
clear divide.
So you okay?
And
You have
so
to
it's the
get in
shower
to
head.
reach it.
You got to get in to
Yeah.
reach it. So and
Gotcha.
sometimes you can,
And you can't turn
adjust
the
shower
thing.
head. Sometimes you can,
Zach-
sometimes you can't.
Zach, are you playing the game too, where you're like trying to reach at an
Oh,
angle?
fuck
So it's
yeah,
like I'm
but
not
yeah,
trying to get the
absolute- I'm
water, and it's like
I'm trying to stretch out
Finally.
on that thing.
Finally,
Absolutely.
the leg fingers
leg-
come into play.
Yeah, absolutely.
the one time.
Yeah.
But to answer the question, so I have like in the winter here, like when the heat is on in my really old building that I live in, like static electricity can build up with like certain textures, like
Oh,
especially my
yeah.
yoga mat. I have had to like buy dryer sheets to put next to my yoga mat and like a spray bottle just to like help mitigate it. And sometimes
Yeah.
there's still static, and like I have like PTSD because it really hurt one time. Like it was so bad, like it just a lot had built up to the point where I saw the spark when I was like going to touch
Oh,
it. And I went to go flip on a light switch and I was like, oh, and like
That's
actually
the
jumped
worst.
and it made me really scared. And now I'm like, I have all these things to put in place to like mitigate it. And I also heard like if you try to put your palm against the like you give it more surface area, like put your whole hand against the wall, it also helps. I've looked up a lot of tips, but that's my answer of
That's
my
a good one.
daily thing that it just like became very scared of dealing with because it actually hurt when it was like built up really bad.
When you see that
spark is a scary thing.
I'm like, oh shit! But then there's part of me I was like, am I a superhero now? Did that?
Zach sitting there going,
am I actually?
Hold on a second, like, did I do that?
Yeah. Am I actually electricity man? Like
if I feel bad, so if this was a final destination sort of situation, we know Eden's situation would be static.
I just know if it was Final Destination, I know I would die in the bathroom somehow. I know that's what it would be. I know it would be super embarrassing.
It'd be while you're doing your hair. Your hair routine.
No, you know what? It would, because this is what happens. The most dangerous thing that ever routinely happens to me is once a week, I condition my hair. And when I condition my hair, the floor of my tub is crazy slippery.
Yeah.
Crazy slippery.
Because it's the only condition with petroleum jelly.
Apparently, the conditioner.
It works great though. Your hair looks great. Obviously,
it works fantastic.
Worth it.
Thank you. But the conditioner
fucks up my pipes,
like,
but it's totally worth it.
But I have to now I have to like do this weird like body adjustment to make sure I like rinse it off in a certain way where I am not now slipping on it, because there have been times where like, I have really slipped in the tub and I've had to like catch myself.
Yeah, I've had that.
That was almost real bad, and nobody would come check. Like I don't know when the fuck someone would come check on me.
Yeah.
Like
Life Alert is waterproof, right? It has to be.
It's got to be. Yeah,
it is. It definitely is.
Are we sponsored by that? I need one. This is
let's get Zach early onset Life Alert.
Oh my god.
I've definitely had that at the house too. I've had that at the house a few times too. Getting out of the it's one of those shower bathtub combos.
Yeah.
So it's like a shower, and then I get out, and it's like I've literally have felt my foot going, and I'm like, oh, this is dangerous. And there's not, stupidly,
there's
in our house,
nothing to grab,
no rail
right?
for me to reach out to. I think one time I pulled the shower curtain like thing off because
better that than dying. So
yeah.
I think when else I feel like a wuss.
When we feel like a wuss. So
okay, like I'm not afraid of like snakes or bugs or anything like that, but I know they're not technically cockroaches. I think they're called like water bugs or whatever, but like a big one.
Because
they will come into the apartment every once in a while because they like spray outside and then they come in and they die or whatever. So they're like, but I like those are the only things I see when I'm like, fuck, I don't want to go kill this thing. Anything else, like if it was a big ass fucking spider, scorpion, anything, wouldn't bother me at all. Those things for some reason, I'm like, nah, man, I don't want to do this. I kept one under a shoe for like a week.
You didn't want to deal with it?
It was like late at night. It was like 2 a.m.
Just can't deal with it. Yeah.
I got up. Why did I get up? I got up because like Boogie had to go outside or whatever, right? I got up. I came back in. I went, for some reason, I came towards the kitchen. I look on the ground. I saw it. I'm like, fuck. I know this thing's in here now. I'm not going to go back to sleep. So I like grabbed a shoe, like kind of like snuck up on it like it was a fucking cartoon, and I like smashed the thing down. And I remember just like standing there. I was like, I'll deal with it later. And
not dealing with it right now. Yeah.
And then no shit, that was like at least a week. That shoe was just on the ground with that thing under it.
Just 100%. Work. Yeah, just work around it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are the only times where I feel like I'm like a wuss with that stuff. Anything else like wouldn't bother me.
What if you lived in a house where someone was killed in the basement and you had to go
by one of those bugs?
Killed by the bugs, yes. There's a whole colony in the basement.
I'm gonna need $400,000 off that asking price. That's it.
Well, I'm a wuss when it comes to telling everybody it's time to end the Friday mailbag this week. It's time to go. Thanks to Zach. Thanks to Eden. Thanks to Mo. Thanks to Katie and Emily out there somewhere in the ether. I'm Maze. We'll catch you next time.
Emily, feel better.